just for most of the expectations that we've had over this, long confrontation of World War affairs, we've let a lot of distractions hold our minds over the Johnny Depp trial, many celebrities and icons' deaths, and of course that we forgot that we had an American pro athlete in prison. Just it was the least popular one. It's been since February of 2022 since Brittney Greiner, that was incarcerated over the off season over illegally holding, I guess, some type of weed I don't want to call it contraband, but at least upholding some type of weed, small dosage of it. Got incarcerated due to illegal, transportation of drugs over the airlines that caused her to be imprisoned for several months until this following week where she's finally free! Free at last! Free! As soon as she gets back into the WNBA swing of things, we're going to be right back to ignoring her. How about that? I'm so sorry. That's insensitive as hell. And I'm not trying to say that so I can push a narrative. You could watch it back how I really feel about the WNBA league as a whole. I still have it over on my DST network, my second channel. But besides that, it's tough. She probably thought it was not even a big deal. What she was withholding around trying to get back to the United States until now. And possibly being in prison for that long a time. LeBron would have been out even if he shot somebody in Russia. He would have been out in like a day or two. I give him a week. While Greiner was like, literally, this was over exchange, not legal exchange. When LiAngelo Ball, the middle son of the Ball family, got in jail in China over a federal offense over stealing some Gucci glasses with his college teammates that caused him to lose his scholarship and get out of UCLA, he still came back in the country before I even got my last test when I was in high school, bro. Because the Ball family were a high thing in pop culture. They were the most talked about thing in media, involved with whatever the hell was happening in sports. So you couldn't blame it. What took LiAngelo Ball just a couple moments to get back to the country took Greiner possibly near your entire year. It took a lot of her life out of it. I'm not gonna lie, that sucks. Freed from Russian penal colony back in American soil, WNBA star Brittney Greiner got her first taste in the return to a normal life over the weekend in the Texas military facility. Olympic gold medalist arrived Friday in the Brooke Army Medical Center in San Antonio and is now staying at her wife, Cherelle Greiner, in a residential environment on the base. One her agent, Lindsay Kagawa, Callis, dedicated with a Christmas tree. 32-year-old Greiner is upbeat, thankful, and hopeful, Callis told CNN, after returning to the States from the U.S. officials deemed wrongful detention in Russia. For Greiner, who spent nearly 10 months in Russian custody, normal has meant indulging in her favorites, including Dr. Pepper soda, the first drink she had since the airplane hangar after landing, and Greiner relatives also have visited her off and on for hours, bringing San Antonio barbecue for her to enjoy. The athlete has been eating far more nutritious foods and supplements compared to her time in detention in Callis. Callis said her energy levels was really high, she added. And her hair is short. Remember, her shit was braided? She always had long dreads. And now she's coming up with short hair. And over what I heard, it was so cold over in the facility that it froze her hair. So she had to cut it. That's insane. And it's good to at least... I'm not going to try to point the blame. I'm not trying to make this a gender thing. It's good to see Brittney Greiner back into the country. To know that she's safe and sound. It was possibly a traumatic experience. No one's going to take this away from her. She deserves to have the time and break to, recoup, get back with her loved ones over what must have been a tough time. So that's the most I can attain from it, like, except taking a Dr. Pepper and some fruit and some barbecue. That sounds like a hell of a welcome back. At the Texas military base, Brittney Greiner hit a basketball court for the first time since she was imprisoned, and her first move was a dunk. Did it take a couple attempts? Sorry to bring that up. that DeMarcus Cousins beef still is fresh in my mind. In pre-child detention in Russia, Greiner was offered a basketball and a hoop, but she declined to play, Callis said. I think it's fair to say that her picking up a ball voluntarily and the first thing being a dunk, it was really encouraging. Callis said she was really excited. Greiner seems to be in good physical health. Of course, she was in prison. What else you got to be there? Sit your ass down, eat, and work out. That's literally what you're going to do in prison. You think they torture you? Returns to the WNBA in spring. Oh, and of course, the fun things in the showers. But that isn't really different from what happens in the WNBA. WNBA in the spring season will be up to her, according to Callis. Is she going to be ready? And this is an article that we found over in CNN going over Greiner being psychologically supported, her wanting another detained getting another detained American, because they traded over Greiner. It wasn't a simple dispute. Because if it was a simple dispute, it would be a threat. Or at least some type of negotiating tactic to get a person back for a fair amount of money or something. But no, they had to trade. An arms dealer that was responsible in many catastrophes and warfare that happened around the planet for just a WNBA star. That already not a lot of people watch or be influenced or influence women to even play the game. No offense to Greiner. It's like the Herschel Walker trade. Back for the Cowboys, trading your entire future. That helped the Cowboys, that helped got a lot of talent for virtually a person that's good at one position. So, you pick how you want to eat all that. Because I just feel like that's ridiculous. Because, how are you supposed to deal with somebody called the Dealer of Death? You know how badass, also scary that name sounds? And we trade that over for just a basketball star? Hell, I need some compensation. Can we at least get a baddie from Russia and trade for this? Or a weapon? We get an arms dealer to imprison? Like, that's far worse. We get a gay basketball star back for double XP or for Call of Duty come World War III. That's just how I'm saying about this. This is ridiculous. That's like we get poor basketball ratings for the women for Ukraine getting more salt in the wound. That's how I see it. And I'm sure a lot of people already say it's one-sided. This is ridiculous. I think Greiner just needed some extra days. That's messed up. Besides that, that's it that I can say over from the DST show. Thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Tell me how you guys feel about Brittney Greiner returning back to American soil over all this time spent incarcerated. And do you feel like this was a fair assessment from the United States for possibly Joe Biden to save face for votes come his term is nearly closing? And yet it doesn't sound like he's done anything impactful for the United States. But that's my opinion, and I'm sure you guys have a bunch. Thanks for watching the DST show. That's it for me.